Alright, this fight was a rush, so I'm going to voice over it after the fact. So for this team, you're going to want to target the Herteit first. It's a turn 1 team. Going with Susano first with the S2, and then you follow up with the Stella S3, which should get him to this Triana passive. At this point, the 3v2 is losable because Vigor and Triana can just go completely crazy. But as long as RNG's, I guess, on your side and your team is well built enough that you can not get out-cycled too much and you can take a few hits, and you should be fine. So at this point, Vigor landed a defense break, and it's kind of scary because a couple of procs Stella would have been dead, and she wouldn't have been able to use an attack, which would have been spooky because ideally you want Susano and Stella to be hitting Vigor to take him out. But everything worked out, so it's just Susano and Bastet at this point. Unless it's a really high YOLO crit damage Triana, you should be fine. This Triana looks like it was -win for Lucian teams, so we should be good. Alright, so we're going into Molong, Molly, Savannah. I'm going in with Delphoy, Ramahan, Rena. This is a free-to-play team that you can bring into this defense. The defense is kind of aggressive. You gotta be careful that you don't just get blown up because, you know, Molong is just unpredictable. Savannah can be annoying if she just procs a bunch. So the way this team works is you build your Delphoy and Ramahan high damage, and then you won't get defense broken by the Savannah. And your Rena tanks, and then you try to just take out the Molong as soon as possible while tanking out the damage. So my Rena is on Nemesis because after Molong uses S3, she will then go and heal herself to give you some more safety in turn 1. So he didn't use it. It doesn't seem like he used it. Okay. So Molong didn't use S3, so we're actually going to, let's see. I think we are going to hold the Rena heal. Go ahead and hit the Molong. So over time, I'm going to go ahead and use the S3 for the immunity and extra healing. So over time, as we hit Molong with the Rama and Delphoy, we'll be also destroying his HP. But another win condition, I'm going to go ahead and heal here. Another win condition that we do have is that Ramhan can just kill with his S3 onto the Molong when he's, you know, in a kill range. So Delphoy is pretty good. The S2 resets, and also now it provides Oblivion, and the S1 slows. So if you're able to land slow, it kind of gives you some extra safety. But mostly you're going to be landing the reset on Molong most all the time. But if Molong already used all his skills, you can consider using on Savannah. And since he just used S3, I'm just going to go ahead and use it on Savannah for now. Oh, we did proc, that's good. I'm going to try to land the slow on Savannah. You can do it on either Savannah or Molong, because it does reduce the defense's turns taken and reduces the damage a bit on Savannah because of her speed scaling. So it's something that you can try if you can land it. It's a lot better than it was before. Before you needed a crit to land it. Now you just need to land it with the 50% chance. All right, let's go for the kill shot. Ooh, we glanced. Okay, but we procced. I'm just going to go ahead and put defense break again. Very good chance it's going to get cleanse though. Alright, let's keep working on him here. I'm going to go ahead and reset the Molong. Alright, we got the reset. It was going to get cleansed anyways, we know that. That's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and reapply defense break again. Just going to keep applying it whenever possible. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this to put some healing and immunity up. Alright, see if we can get a crit. Alright, good. We got a crit on Rena. What's also really good about Rena as a tank versus a defense like this, if they do run a destroy Molong or destroy on Savannah, or the whole defense is on destroy, the shield helps her tank a bit and not get destroyed as much. I'm going to go ahead and heal Ramahan here because I don't want him to get too low and they switch targeting. Let's go ahead. Let's reset the Molong. Alright, I'm going to put defense break on the Molong. Okay, we procced. Let's go for the kill shot. See? And we got the kill. Nice. So at this point, it's pretty much a win. There's no way the Savannah is going to kill your Rena unless the Savannah is just super cracked, lands defense break, S2, and just S1's like crazy. There's no way you're going to lose. But one thing to keep in mind, you always want to kill Molong first when using this offense. If you kill Savannah first and she's dismounted, her dismounted damage is extremely high. It's way higher than when she's mounted. So if your Rena is defense broken and Savannah starts proccing while dismounted, your Rena is going to get destroyed no matter how tanky your Rena is. Alright, so we're going into Molong, Woosa, Savannah. So I'm going in with Fengyan, Eladriel, Aaliyah. It's pretty on team. It's probably gonna win this pretty easily. So your whole team is just super tanky. Fengyan is Fengyan, super broken, really high defense. Same with Eladriel, that way you don't get defense broken by Savannah. Aaliyah is not going to be a very high defense, although you could consider it, but I'm going to be doing a standard support build for Aaliyah. But your Fengyan and Elad are going to be going for the Savannah first, and once Savannah is dead, it's pretty much won. So one thing you do have to be careful of is, of course, getting nuked down by the defense, but that's why you have Eladriel. If Aaliyah does get nuked down, then you have safety from the revive. I've only had to use, I think, once since using this team, but it's fairly safe. Once you get set up, it's really no problem. So let's go ahead and use S3 here. Okay, the Molong does use the S3. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put up... I'm actually gonna hold the S2 from Fengyan, because Savannah does use... Okay, I thought maybe she would use S2, or did she use S2 already? Because I thought maybe she used S2 and put up dots, my Aaliyah would die, but it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and use Totem. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's do Dance with Elemental. Let's get immunity up on Aaliyah. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up Aaliyah here once I use Elad S2. Alright, so once we get Savannah killed, the team is pretty much safe, but for now we're gonna have to, of course, keep track of cooldowns, make sure we're doing everything correctly. And what's really nice about this team is you just have like permanent defense buff. It's really nice. Your Elad and Fengyan just deals so much damage. And what's really nice about Elad, I think a lot of people don't always do this, but you think, oh, I'm just going to make him really super tanky and he's never going to die. You can do that for a lot of the teams that use Elad in, but if you're in a team where he's not getting hit or he just needs to like not get destroyed or defense broken by a Savannah, then you can consider just adding a crit rate slot 4. That way he can deal more damage. Because with the help of Elad damage, you're actually doing with Savannah a lot sooner. Let's see how much damage you can do with Savannah. Look at, there you go. So imagine if that Savannah lived, then, you know, something could have gone wrong. Either she hits it and the Molong blows up my Aaliyah and then I have to revive. But I didn't have to revive because Savannah's gone. So at this point, it's pretty much won. We just have to kill the Molong. Alright, so we're going into Tesarion, Theomars, Riley. And we're going in with Malite, Lulu, Vigor. So this team is a free-to-play team that you can bring into this defense. You can also Lucian this defense, but this is going to just be an example of a turn 2 defense that you can use. So you have a good amount of mitigation. You have Vigor anti-crit, you have immunity, you have provokes from Malite, and you have good healing and cycling because it's speed buff and 2 sources of healing. And then also Malite has HP lead and his own self-healing and mitigation. Really the only way you lose is if they go proc crazy with the attack buffs. But otherwise, as long as you pay attention to cooldowns from their defense breaks and you can survive the damage, hopefully, then you should be fine. Once you kill Theomars, it's pretty much won. So you just want to work on just destroying Theomars' HP, taking him out, and then when she's gone, you pretty much win. So he actually saved his S2. Ideally, we wanted him to use it there, but that's okay. So let's see. I didn't use the S2, the Malite S2 on the first turn because I wanted to get some of the extra defense. So I'm not liking this current position. I don't like that my Vigor procced out of... I don't like that he procced out of his anti-crit. And I don't like that I don't have cooldowns right here. So let me see. My Lulu has 100% resistance, so... because Theomars didn't blow his S2 on the first turns. So I'm actually going to put immunity on Vigor because my Lulu has 100% resistance, so if anything, he could miss. Oh, wow, he didn't even use his S2, he held it. Alright, I'm going to Go ahead and throw the S2. We should be safe here. I think with 1. Yep, okay. So that was a little bit spooky at that point. That was really weird because I don't know what it is, but every time I fight Theomars defenses, he just loves to hold S2 after I've used up all my immunity and other mitigations. So it's definitely a little bit spooky if Theomars is just smart for whatever reason. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty much won. There's really no way this Tesarion is going to be able to nuke down my Malite once I get all the mitigation up, and he's just super tanky. So at this point, we pretty much win. Right, Tesarion's down. So at this point, it's just a really long destroy battle. You're just going to take a long time destroying Riley's HP. So you can use auto at this point, and once Riley gets low HP, then you might need a manual so you can line up Malite into a Vigor defense break. Alright, we're going into Harmonia, Vigor, Roid with Logan, Lulu, Triana. Now, Logan's damage is pretty insane. You've seen from the past videos, or if you haven't seen him yet, his setup potential is all done by him. He has attack buff, attack lead, defense break, cycling slow, all that. So, and multi-hits. So he just nukes whatever he's prepared to kill. So, we're going to be targeting the Vigor first. Oh, and don't forget your crit damage, Triana. She's going to be helping your Logan deal damage and also provide some safety. We're going to be going for the Vigor first, and once Vigor's down, we should be good. Alright, so he opens with S3. That's good for us. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Alright. Just going to use S1 for now. I'm going to use S2 on Lulu's own self, because we don't need to use the S3 yet. Oh, wow, I actually got slept. Okay, maybe I should have used S3. Oh, that's so... Okay, so I'm going to wake up Logan. Because I want to... I was going to save it. I'm like... I was going to use a Lulu S2. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to use on Lulu's S... I was going to use a Lulu S3. And I'm like, no, I want to use S2. That way I can just... Since only Lulu needs immunity, but I ended up just needing to maybe use it to save Logan, but it's okay. We cleansed Logan. We took out the Vigor, as you saw, and he dropped. And from here, we're pretty much good. We just need to take down the Roid, and we win. Alright, so we're going into Odin, Bastet, Perna with Tesarion, Lucia, Triana. It's a fairly good team to use up against these Odin defenses, because if the Odin does ignore defense and snipe something, you have Triana protect you. Unless he does snipe for Triana, then it's a little bit spooky, but otherwise this team is pretty good against these kind of defenses, because you got a Lucia to sleep the Bastet. Tesarion goes up against Perna and Odin, which both have passives, and you generally just have a lot of support to tank out the damage. And Tesarion is really all the damage you need. So we are going to tank it out, and hopefully everything goes well. We're going to be going for Odin first. So we'll see how this turn 1 opens up. Alright, she opens with S2. That's fine. We actually outspeed here. Let's see. I'm thinking, do I want to... I'm just going to go ahead and hit the Odin. And the reason is because I don't think Perna is actually going to kill my Triana ever. Odin is really the only threat here. If he's able to snipe me with his 5-stacked S1 with attack buff on Triana. So I'm just going to hit the Odin for now. Wow, we're proccing a lot. And I don't have to worry about AI chart targeting changing because Bastet already used S2. And we're going to sleep her anyway, so that's fine. I'm going to hit Odin here. Not S2 because we want to put Oblivion on first. All right, he didn't proc, so we're just going to kill him off right there. And he's gone. So from here, it's pretty safe. We just need to keep the Bastet controlled with Lucia's sleep and slows. And kill the Perna and we're good. Alright, so we're going into Nana, Laima, Savannah. I'm going to be using Tractor, Juno, Lala. This team is pretty decent. I'd say the good thing about it is that you can deal with Laima buffs whenever she eventually uses it, because the way her AI works, she doesn't really use it until someone gets low, so you can kind of just work around this, being able to strip the buffs, which is great. You do run Destroy, of course. It does make it a bit easier when she does buff, because there are a chance that you'll just miss it and then it'll take longer because of the healing and immunity. And invincibility, of course. Alright, let's get into it. Now, you definitely don't want to run any buffs, like Will, on your team for the first turn. You just want to be running no buffs. You don't need any buffs, because what happens on first turn, if you do run buffs, you'll get slowed if Laima uses S2. And whenever they have speed buff and you are slowed, that is just insane cycling for them, and you don't want that. Let's see. Do I need to use S2? I guess so. I'll go ahead and remove speed buff. Alright. I guess we'll put some destroying damage into Laima. Yeah, you focus Laima. Once Laima's dead, you're pretty much good. Alright, I'm gonna remove the defense break from Lala. Alright. Now we strip that. That's fine. It's okay we didn't land on the Savannah. We're not going to be hitting her yet. Alright, missed everything. Alright, Laima, commuter yet? Okay. Now we're on the second life. Buffs are up again. And Laima is down. So at this point, it's pretty much a win. There's no way that they should be able to beat me just because we have a Juno. So, yeah, it's pretty much a win from here. Alright, so we're going into Harmonia, Vigor, Jubelle. We're going to be using Triana, Fran, Roid. This offense is pretty decent into a defense like this. You have a lot of protection. And with how Roid works, you really get your setup every single turn since skill 1 is defense breaking. So our goal here is we're going to be going for the Vigor. And once Vigor's down, it's pretty much a win from there. Only thing you really have to look out for is, of course, procs. Revenge on Jubelle later on if it's a crit damage Harmonia, in case you decide to hit Jubelle, but usually I go and destroy Harmonia after killing Vigor. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's just hit the Vigor for now. I mean, actually outspeed. Wow. Alright, let's keep working on the Vigor. And ideally, you would probably have your Roid moving before your Triana, but that's alright. Can we kill? Wow, 1 HP. That's alright. Should get the Vigor right here, and we got it. Alright, at this point, it's pretty much a win. Alright, we're going into Tesarion, O'Reilly, Theomars again. I'm going to be using Odin, Megan, Taru. I would usually use Bastet with this team, but I had already used my Bastet with the previous team before with Susano and Stella, so we're going to be using Megan this time. So the goal here is just to snipe him out. Since there's no turn 1 threat, it's fairly safe. And you want to run additional damage for extra damage on Megan, or you just make her super tanky. It's up to you. And for this route, I'm just going with some tankiness and then additional damage to help with any miscellaneous damage to help kill Theomars. Alright, so let's snipe the Riley. Alright, and then now we go for the Tesarion. And since we have elemental advantage, we should have no problem sniping them. 44k, alright. Let's see here. Should we go ahead and use the S1 or S2? Yeah, of course. Oh, we resisted. Dang it. Wow, he's on revenge. We should be fine. Don't proc again? Okay. Alright, we're good. Alright, once again, we're going up against Tesarion, Riley, Theomars with Malite, Lulu, Vigor. Same as the first time I used it. We're just going to be working on the Theomars, and then after Theomars is dead, we're pretty much good. Oh, let me show you the build real quick. One thing you need to watch out for is defense breaks from Theomars and then him proccing. But you're fairly safe once you have the mitigation up with immunity, anti-crit. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to put up anti-crit. Ooh, we got a proc, okay. We're going to work on our Theomars. Defense break. Okay, and then immunity. We're going to go ahead and just use S1 when we use Malite, because I want to get some S1 stacks. It gives them more defense. Alright. Let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and use S2. I thought about saving it, but I don't need to. I thought, okay, if I don't use S2, she won't use attack buff, but it should be fine, because... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I thought it would be fine, because that means that they would just hit my Malite anyways, but she ended up cleansing the provoke. Alright. Theomars used the S2. That's good for us. We want him to waste it. Let's see here. Do I want to go ahead and cleanse the Malite? Yeah, why not? Oh, I think I'm going to save that. I don't need to use it yet. Because Theomars is stunned. He had to use S2, so he's not going to have it up for a while. Alright, good call to use immunity on Malite. Alright, S1. Let's see. I'm going to go and see if I can proc the passive. Wow, 1 damage off. She better proc it here. Yep, there we go. Okay, and we just put up immunity. And Theomars should be gone here next turn. Okay, this one's on revenge, but that's okay. Alright, and we got him. At this point, we just go with Tesarion and we win. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.